closing in on the end of camp here. What's been kind of your assessment of what the team's been able to do overall?
Really impressed with their effort and attitudes that they brought here since we started camp, and then really impressed with the health of the team. I've never had this many, probably in my career, this many kids healthy all through camp. So kind of credit to Frank and what he does for those guys, but I think we've got a lot of guys that got a lot of quality work, and sometimes you get guys that miss a part of camp or all of camp, and they're trying to play catch up, but we really don't have many guys like that. So.
You mentioned health. You had said at one point that Tyree was the only guy definitively out. Is that still the case, or is there some other guys
right
you
now,
can rule out at this point?
Tyree would be the only guy.
Okay. Are you going to formally name a starting quarterback?
Formally,
like
have
send
a
out
press
a
conference?
release?
We'll send out our starting depth chart. Like you normally do.
When is that?
I don't know. Whenever we coordinate with Shayna, whenever the depth chart has to go out, we'll give you all 22.
Okay.
Not just a quarterback. There's more than one guy that starts on the
know.
team, so we'll give you all 22 guys that will start. So.
Okay. What, as you start your formal Cincinnati prep, which I know you probably have already started, what
we haven't. So we
okay.
start Cincinnati on Saturday.
What stands out to you about their strengths?
They're an 11-2 team. Really well coached. They did a great job. 4-8 his first year, 11-2 in his second year. They're really good on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, that's Luke's special. Quarterback's a really good runner. I think he's added another dimension for him. So it's a real formidable opponent to play in the first game. And it's going to be a really big test for us.
Seems like they also have really good depth at running back.
Yeah, they got depth everywhere. Luke's done a really good job recruiting that, and he's got. It's a good football team, really. And there's been a great history of Cincinnati football, through the years. And Luke has continued that. So, we're going to have our hands full on that.
Yeah. Have you awarded scholarships to walk-ons at this point?
Nope.
Do you have a target date for doing that?
I haven't talked about anything like that. So we're just kind of having a really good.
Some of the guys had said that Ethan Fernea had gotten Nick Pasquale's number. What was kind of the thinking there?
We just want to honor Nick. I know he was talking to the guys that were here, Jerry Neuheisel and Danny Fields, two of our GAs, had an opportunity to play with him, and how do we continue Nick's legacy. And so we're going to honor him every year. One player will wear number 36, and it'll be a little bit of a special number. And his parents were here last Sunday to kind of be part of the ceremony when we named Ethan as the award winner, and I think the parents were really excited that they get to see Nick's memory, kind of everybody not forget about what type of teammate he was and what type of person he was. So Ethan was excited about it. Just thought it was the right thing to do.
What did those people, those GAs, tell you about?
Just what a great teammate, and I think if that's the first words out of everybody's mouth is, Jerry said he was the best teammate he ever played with. So it tells you about the character of the person. And that's what this is all about. There's a lot of talented people that play sports, but I think when it's the lasting memory of your character that I think always stands out with players, and that really resonated with all of us.
Do you like starting this year with the same team you started last season with?
I don't care.
Don't care about that?
I never even thought of it that way. I like starting with a really good football team that's got our attention, and we'll have your attention the whole off season, and then you come in to get a chance to play an 11-2 team that beat you last year. I mean, that's a challenge that you gotta embrace if you're a competitor. So.
What are your goals for this season for UCLA football?
To have a really good Wednesday. So that's our goal. We're in a micro operation now once the season starts, and we do it on a daily basis. So it's how can we be better today than we were yesterday, and that's it. And then pick your head up sometime in December and see if the season as a whole was a positive. There's going to be ups and downs, and how you respond to the downs is really the important part. So, and even how you respond to the ups. Do you kind of take your foot off the gas and say, hey, we've arrived, because you never arrive in this game. So we break it down on a daily basis. So for our guys, and we talked to them about it yesterday, it's going to have a really good Wednesday. If we're going to have a good Wednesday, then let's go to sleep and see if we can do it tomorrow. So right now our goal is just to have a really good Wednesday.
But when you took this job, you didn't have a vision of what you wanted to do by year 3 or year 5.
I had a vision of trying to have every day be a successful day. And I think that's how we've always approached it, on a daily basis, not on a long-term basis. So we've never been that way and never will be that way.
You mentioned that Justin Frye is the offensive coordinator, highly organized, and he brings a lot of good ideas to that position. In what ways do you feel like he's enhanced the offense in the last couple months that he's been there?
I don't think he's enhanced it in the last couple of months. I think he's enhanced it since the day he got here. So it's not like all of a sudden when Justin went to coordinator in December, he came in and said, "Hey, I got a great idea. Let's do this." I mean, we've always been a very collaborative group in all phases of this game. So everybody has an equal say in terms of everything we do. It's not, I'm the head coach, so I get 4 votes, and you're the coordinator, you get 2, and the other guys get 1. We're all collaboratively try to put together a plan that's going to help us be successful against whichever opponent we're going to play. So that hasn't changed. And he was instrumental last year in our development as an offense, and we obviously played better down the stretch than we did at the beginning of the year, and he was a key part of that.
In what ways do you think he's an effective teacher on the field when it comes to coaching?
I think his ability to communicate and relate to the players is outstanding, and he's meticulous in his work ethic in terms of making sure his presentations are what our players need to hear. And he's really in tune to their learning styles and what is effective maybe with one person isn't as effective with another person, and his ability to pivot, whether he's teaching it kinesthetically or whether he's teaching it auditory, depending on who the individual is a real keen sense of how you approach guys. So you can't do it all to everybody because everybody learns differently. So I think he's really in tune to the learning styles of each individual player at his position.
Having continuity on the offensive line as you do, how much does that help the entire offense?
And continuity at any position is beneficial to you. So when you get a bunch of quarterbacks and receivers that have been on the same page for a year or so, then that helps. You have a bunch of guys that line up next to each other up front and have made a ton of calls and seen things together is huge. But I think that's for anybody. Teams that have experience. That's the one thing you can't teach. And then it's just a matter of throwing them in the mix and letting them sort through all those situations. But then when they get to those situations again, they have tangible evidence on how to execute it one way as opposed to another way because they've been in it before. So I think that will be beneficial to us. We played Chris Murray starting at center for us last year in the opening game against these guys, and he had never played center in his life. So you're talking about a real unknown. He competed and did an unbelievable job, but just see where he is now compared to last year is a big deal. I mean, he's played next to Boss for 8 games, so I think that's a positive. And Mike Alves has played next to Boss for 8 games, so that's a positive. And Jake Burton has played next to Chris for 8 games, and really 12 because they both all played 12. But they were right guard, right tackle for 8 of those games. So I think that's a benefit, and that's a plus that hopefully we can rely on moving forward.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys.